Hello, beloved ones. 𝘭𝘪𝘧𝘦 here, the Freedom Illuminator, Human MRI Psychic Surgeon. Your life only grows as deep as your commitment to it. I just had to jump in and share this with you. I was in an amazing podcast and we had deeper conversation. Actually, I'm interested. I'm excited for you to have access to that. I'm interested. And with that word, what I want to ask you is, are you interested in your life or are you just committed to it, like fully in it? Even when you're talking about relationship, do you go or look for relationship with what's in it for me? Or you coming through with that commitment to what can we build together? Because that's a different kind of energy. And I know most of you are all about what's in it for me. And what I find is that people who are showing up with that energy, they're showing up at that level with themselves as well in their own lives, where you are just interested. You are interested in transformation, but you are not fully connected to it, like committed to it. You want it, but you want it when it's comfortable. You want it when it's easy. You want it when maybe tomorrow. It's not like I want things to shift now. You want easy, you want comfort, you want maybe someday or whatever. You are not showing up from the this is gonna happen because I know I deserve this, because I know who I am. Because first thing, it starts with you knowing who you are for you to be even interested in having something better and bigger than just normal, right? So I'm just asking you that question. Are you interested in your life or you just committed to it? And one thing that I love to say is that often people who are showing up with that energy, they will attract people who are just interested and not fully committed to you. There is something interesting about you. Maybe they want to get in bed with you. They want to sleep with you, but they're not fully committed. There is something interesting they want to find out. But when you are fully committed, you are attracting at that level because you are the kind of person who shows up with that commitment and you attract at that level because we attract who we are, whether you like it or not. So I was in this amazing podcast and I was like, it's time I just jump in and just let you know in advance that there is an amazing podcast that is coming through on Thursday. And why am I excited about this? Because it was amazing. Three queens who came together to create this for you. And one thing that actually came through, just to give you a little bit of some snippets, because we spoke about this thing came through about the energy that we women carry, where instead of celebrating each other, lifting each other up, we are very good at judging, at bringing other women down. When we see somebody taking that space, when we see somebody who is vibrating at a higher level, shining their light unapologetically, we know there is something within us that want that. But the easiest way is for us to pull them down, to tear them into pieces. But it's just the projection of our own insecurity, of our own fears, right? When we embrace the magic, the power that is coming from the core of our womb, what is it that we can create? Because even when it comes to the man that we get to be with, whether it's our children, whether it's the kings in our life, when you treat a man as he ought to be, he'll become who he was meant to be. But at the same time, we may turn around and blame other men, right? They are doing A, B, C, and all that. The question is, what is it that you're tolerating? What are you accepting? Because you set a tone of how you get to be treated. So I just wanted to ask you, are you making excuses in your life? Or are you the kind of person who says this has to happen? Right? You've got a choice. And I just wanted to jump in because there's no better time than now. If you are interested, you'll say, I'm going to wait until tomorrow. But commitment keeps you evolving. Commitment makes the now moment very urgent. So if you're interested in your better life and you are committed to it, that means you have to become that. Because when you become that, that's when you can create that. And when you are interested, it's not about motivation, waiting for permission, waiting for somebody to motivate you, waiting for somebody to give you permission. It's you choosing to say, I'm going to do it even if it's uncomfortable. I'm going to show up unapologetically and authentically as me, even when it's uncomfortable. Because some of you are showing up as the version that is not, that you're not, right? You're looking around the room to say, what is the tone? Are people crying? Should I also put up on a face where I'm sad so that I can fit in? Are you coming in with your light, with the joy, and just say, this is who I am, and I'm willing to share this with you because I know you need this. I know you deserve this, right? When you are around people who are not being true to themselves, do show up as well and put on a mask of whatever that you're hiding in, or you are willing to open up and share your truth. Are you committed to yourself? Or you are just interested in your life? You are living your life kind of like you are a passerby, like a spectator in your own life. You're just watching to see what is happening, but not willing to do anything about it. Who are you waiting for to give you that permission? What needs to happen for you to know that you are the most important person in your life? And what are you waiting for? Because there's no someday. The only time that you have is now. There is no any other motivation that will get you to stand, to rise. You get to feel it within you. You get to allow that which is pulling you and say yes to that. Because if you are always creating from desperation, I used to be that I can raise my hands and my feet. I used to wait for something to happen, for me to say yes, for me to do something. And it gets messy because you are always creating from the energy of desperation. You're waiting for somebody to leave you or to cheat you or to say certain things so many times. And then you say, okay, fine, now I love myself. And this is where you wear a mask of self-love, not fully showing up because I deserve better. I'm going to say yes to myself. You get to be in a relationship where you know you are building each other up. You are creating each other, right? You wait until you lose a job, yet every day you complain about it. And for some of you, maybe a Sunday, wherever that you are. And tomorrow you are looking forward to go to that work, but your stomach is tight, it's turning around. When you think about it, it's kind of like you just wish the earth can just open and swallow you. You don't want to go there. But what are you doing about it? Right? That's some conversations that need to be had. But you're not having them because you're afraid that things may go left. You're afraid that maybe somebody will say, okay, fine, I'm out. But if you know that you matter, whatever that has to come from that conversation will be okay. You'll just be fine because at the end of the day, it was going to happen anyway. At some point in my relationship, I had to realize that when I walk on eggshells, I'm more postponing my grief. I'm postponing my pain. I'm being in that whatever that was for a long time. And my question was, why can't I just be myself and allow whatever that has to happen? If at all the milk is spilled, let it spill. If at all the shit is breaking loose, let it break loose and let's see what's gonna happen. Sometimes you gotta allow things to break so that new things can be created from whatever that needs to be there, or just break everything all together and start afresh. Where are you playing small? So I'm excited. I just wanted to jump in and tell you that there is an amazing podcast that we recorded today, and I know it's going to be awesome with Madness Cafe. And I'm so grateful for Jennifer and Raquel for that magical creation and just for the presence and the openness. There is something about that openness, presence that allows the creation to be juicy and orgasmic. So I just wish you a wonderful, magical, and orgasmic creation moment wherever that you are. I love you, and I was just coming through to ask you that. Your life only grows as deep as your commitment to it. And remember, interested keeps you comfortable, but commitment keeps you evolving. So you get to choose. Are you interested in a better life? Or are you committed to becoming better for your life, to becoming that version who embodies that magic? And what about your relationships, right? Are you willing to start now as you are imperfect, or you thinking that there's going to be a time when you are perfect? Are you willing to grow through the discomfort, or you hoping that things will just disappear by themselves? Are you willing to start now and say yes to yourself now and maybe jump on the call with me so that we can see what is interfering with what you want to create? What is it that is holding you back? What is holding you into the whole, I will, but you never get to do it?